I found out the truth the day she told me the baby needed a better gene, and that it would only make our future stronger. That sentence should have broken me, but instead it woke me up in a way I never expected. I knew then that something darker was hiding behind her smile. I just needed proof, and when the DNA test finally came in, everything collapsed around her instead of me. My name is Joel. I was 30 when I met Tessa, 28, full of bright energy and soft laughter that made people turn their heads. We lived a simple, quiet life, the kind people dream about. Nights cooking together, afternoons watching shows on the couch, mornings when she would squeeze my hand and whisper how safe she felt beside me. I believed all of it. Every touch, every promise, every soft look she gave as if I were the center of her world. We talked about having kids early on. She said she wanted a family with me more than anything. She said, I had the heart of a father. Months passed in absolute harmony. We traveled. We laughed until we cried. And every day felt like a new beginning. I trusted her completely. I trusted her too much. Things shifted slowly at first. She became overly critical about small things. The way I ate, the way I walked, the shape of my nose. She said she just wanted our future kids to have the best traits possible. I brushed it off as nerves. She grew distant on certain nights. Her phone was always on silent. She told me she was just overwhelmed with life and needed space. I held on to the version of her I knew, hoping she would come back to me. Then came the moment she spoke those words that pierced deeper than a knife. She said the baby should have a better gene. She laughed it off like a joke, but there was a coldness behind her eyes that lingered even after she walked away. Something inside me broke open. I started paying attention. Her late nights out, her sudden interest in fitness after years of never caring, her obsession with appearance, and the way she snapped at me if I asked where she had been. My suspicions grew, but denial fought back. I wanted to believe the woman I loved would never betray me. But her actions told a different story. She was nervous whenever I touched her phone. She'd never kissed me the way she used to, and when she told me she was pregnant, she said it without the excitement she once claimed she would feel. Her reaction was almost rehearsed. Something wasn't right. I could feel it in my chest, a weight pressing on my lungs every time she looked at me. So I did something I never imagined I would do. I suggested a DNA test. I lied and said it was for medical records. I expected an argument, suspicion, anything, but she agreed too quickly, too casually. That was my first confirmation that something was deeply wrong. The results came in on a Wednesday morning. My hands were shaking when I opened the envelope. My name wasn't listed anywhere near the word father. Instead, another name appeared, one I'd recognized instantly. A friend I once trusted. A man who had always hovered a little too close to her. A man she once claimed she didn't even like. My mind went numb. Anger, heartbreak, betrayal, all exploded inside me at once. She walked into the room, saw the paper in my hand, and froze. Her face went pale. She didn't speak a word. She knew she was caught. She didn't fight. She didn't apologize. She just stared at the floor as if the world had been ripped from under her feet. But I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't beg for explanations. I simply said I needed some time. I watched relief wash over her, thinking she had escaped the worst. Thinking I was too broken to do anything. Thinking she still had control. She didn't realize I was done long before that moment. My revenge wasn't loud or dramatic. It was quiet and calculated. I gathered every message, every photo, every suspicious timeline. I organized them into a neat folder. Then I sent it to the man she cheated with, to his family, and to every mutual friend who believed she was an angel. I made sure the truth was undeniable. When the fallout hit, it hit her hard. Her phone blew up with messages. Her friend, Circle, crumbled. The man she thought would replace me blocked her instantly. Tessa came running to me crying, begging me to understand. She said she made a mistake. She said she didn't want to lose me. She said the baby was innocent and that we could still make it work. I looked her right in the eyes and told her that she made her choices long before I ever opened that envelope. She destroyed what we had, not me. And now she had to live with it. I moved out quietly. I rebuilt my life piece by piece. At first, it was painful. The nights were heavy, and the silence in my new place felt enormous. But slowly the heaviness faded. I found joy again. I found myself again. And in the end, I realized something important. Her betrayal didn't define me. It freed me. Karma works in silence. Sometimes it waits for the perfect moment to reveal the truth. And when it does, it exposes everything. Tessa thought she was building a new future behind my back. She thought she was trading up. She thought she deserved better genes. Instead, she lost everything while I walked away with my dignity intact. The lesson is simple. Lies eventually collapse under their own weight. Truth always finds its way to the surface, and betrayal always circles back to the person who created it. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more real stories of heartbreak, revenge, and transformation.